Well, Congressional Democrats say President Joe Biden's goal of cutting emissions by 25% in 2 years may be within reach. This after a deal was reached between Senator Joe Manchin and Majority Leader Chuck Schumer on a multi-billion-dollar clean energy plan. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales has the latest on this developing story. Erik?
Well, Tracy, Republicans say that this Inflation Reduction Act is nothing more than new taxes and will arm the IRS to go after businesses and everyday Americans with audits. Now, Republicans say now is not the time for this to happen, especially with the economy being so slow. They are asking, meanwhile, Democrats are praising the energy and climate provision, saying that it's good for the planet. Catholic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia, who is battling COVID, issued this statement, quote, "Rather than risking more inflation with trillions in new spending, this bill will cut the inflation taxes Americans are paying, lower the cost of health insurance and prescription drugs, and ensure our country invests in energy security and climate change solutions." House Democrats are praising the agreement.
I think that this is a very, very major step forward. If we can get it done, and I believe we can. I believe that there's a real deal here.
The Inflation Reduction Act reduces carbon emissions by around 40% by 2030, allows Medicare to negotiate drug prices, and proposes more than $700 billion in new revenue. But it's primarily paid for by raising the corporate tax on businesses to a 15% minimum, also arms the IRS to conduct more audits, and creates a tax hike on carried interest. Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says this bill isn't going to do anything about inflation or the recession.
Green New Deal craziness that will kill American energy, and prescription drug socialism that will leave us with fewer life-saving medicines.
The latest news comes as the U.S. economy has officially fallen into a recession. Republicans say now is not the time to spend more.
But don't think for a minute that those costs don't get passed on in the form of higher costs to consumers and lower wages to employees.
All eyes are going to be on Democratic Senator Kristen Sinema. As of right now, she has not said how she's going to vote on the issue. All she's saying is that she is looking over the bill. The Senate will likely consider the bill next week before they go on their August recess. Tracy?
All right. Well, Erik, on a different note, I know tonight's the annual Congressional baseball game, which is really always a lot of fun. However, I understand that a protest is supposed to take place at the stadium. What more can you tell us about this?
Well, that's right. Climate activists said that they plan to disrupt the game. Some are even said that they are willing to get arrested in order to be able to bring some sort of change to the climate and the planet. But as of right now, police say that they're going to be monitoring the situation very closely to make sure that this does not happen. They have to wait and see on what's going to take place at the Congressional baseball game.